Sunset high and I'm by your side. Blood rush in the haze glow. My hands to the bones.
Trap to dictate something rashly, and only later to consider one's vows. A wise king winnows out the wicked. He drives the threshing wheel over them. The human spirit is the lamp of the Lord, that sheds light on one's inmost being. Love and faithfulness keep a king safe. Through love his throne is made secure. The glory of young men is their strength. Gray hair the splendor of the old. Blows and wounds scrub away evil, and beating spares the inmost being. Chapter 21. In the Lord's hand the king's heart is a stream of water that he channels toward all who please him. A person may think their own ways are right, but the Lord weighs the heart. To do what is right and just is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. Haughty eyes and a proud heart, the unplowed field of the wicked produce sin. The plans of the diligent lead to profit, as surely as haste leads to poverty. A fortune made by a lying tongue is a fleeting vapor and a deadly snare. The violence of the wicked will drag them away, for they refuse to do what is right. The way of the guilty is devious, but the conduct of the innocent is upright. Better to live on the corner of the roof than to share a house with a quarrelsome wife. The wicked crave evil, their neighbors get no mercy from them. When a mocker is punished, the simple gain wisdom. By paying attention to the wise, they get knowledge. The righteous one takes note of the house of the wicked and brings the wicked to ruin. Whoever shuts their ears to the cry of the poor will also cry and not be answered. A gift given in secret soothes anger, and a bribe concealed in the cloak pacifies great wealth. When justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to evildoers. Whoever stays from the path of prudence comes to rest in the company of the dead. Whoever loves pleasure will become poor. Whoever loves wine and olive oil will never be rich. The wicked become a ransom for the righteous, and the unfaithful for the upright. Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife. The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down. Whoever pursues righteousness and love finds prosperity and honor. One who is wise can go up against the city of the mighty and pull down the stronghold in which they trust. Those who guard their mouths and their tongues keep themselves from calamity. The proud and arrogant person, mocker is his name, behaves with insolent fury. The craving of a sluggard will be the death of him. Because his hands refuse to work, all day long he craves for more, but the righteous give without sparing. The sacrifice of the wicked is detestable. How much more so when brought with evil intent. A false witness will perish, but a careful listener will testify successfully. The wicked put up a bold front, but the upright give thought to their ways. There is no wisdom, no insight, no plan that can succeed against the Lord. The horse is made ready for the day of battle, but victory rests with the Lord. Chapter 22. A good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold. Rich and poor have this in common. The Lord is the maker of them all. The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. Humility is the fear of the Lord. Its wages are riches and honor and life. In the paths of the wicked are snares and pitfalls, but those who would preserve their life stay far from them. Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old they will not turn from it. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. Whoever sows injustice reaps calamity, and the rod they wield in fury will be broken. The generous will themselves be blessed, for they share their food with the poor. Drive out the mocker and out goes strife. Quarrels and insults are ended. One who loves a pure heart and who speaks with grace will have the king for a friend. The eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge, but he frustrates the words of the unfaithful. The sluggard says, "There is a lion outside, I'll be killed in the public square." The mouth of an adulterous woman is a deep pit. The man who is under the Lord's wrath falls into it. Folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far away. One who oppresses the poor to increase his wealth, and one who gives gifts to the rich, both come to poverty. 30 sayings of the wise. Saying number 1. Pay attention and turn your ear to the sayings of the wise. Apply your heart to what I teach. For it is pleasing when you keep them in your heart, and I have all of them ready on your lips, so that your trust may be in the Lord. I teach you today, even you, have I now written 30 sayings for you, sayings of counsel and knowledge, teaching you to be honest and to speak the truth, so that you bring back truthful reports to those you serve. Saying number 2, do not exploit the poor because they are poor, and do not crush the needy in court. For the Lord will take up their case and will exact life for life. Saying number 3, do not make friends with a hot-tempered person. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn their ways and get yourself ensnared. Saying number 4, do not be one who shakes hands in pledge, or puts up security for debts. If you lack the means to pay, your very bed will be snatched from under you. Saying number 5, do not move an ancient boundary stone set up by your ancestors. Saying number 6, do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings. They will not serve before officials of low rank. Saying number 7, chapter 23. When you sit to dine with a ruler, note well what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you are given to gluten. Do not crave his delicacies, for that food is deceptive. Saying number 8, do not wear yourself out to get rich. Do not trust your own cleverness. Cast but a glance at riches, and they are gone, for they will surely sprout wings and fly off to the sky like an eagle. Saying number 9, do not eat the food of a begrudging host. Do not crave his delicacies, for he is kind of person who is always thinking about the cost. Eat and drink, he says to you, but his heart is not with you. You will vomit up the little you have eaten, and will have wasted your compliments. Saying 10, do not speak to fools, for they will scorn your prudent words. Saying number 11, do not move an ancient boundary stone or encroach on fields of the fatherless. For their defender is strong, he will take up their case against you. Saying number 12, apply your heart to instruction and your ears to words of knowledge. Saying number 13, do not withhold discipline from a child. If you punish them with the rod, they will not die. Punish them with the rod and save them from death. Saying 14, my son, if your heart is wise, then my heart will be glad indeed. For my inmost being will rejoice when your lips speak what is right. Saying number 15, do not let your heart envy sinners, but always be jealous for the fear of the Lord. There is surely a future for you, and your hope will not be cut off. Saying number 16, listen, my son, and be wise, and set your heart on the right path. Do not join those who drink too much wine or gorge themselves on meat, for drunkards and gluttons become poor, and drowsiness clothes them in rags. Saying number 17, listen to your father who gave you life, and do not despise your mother when she is old. Buy the truth and do not sell it, wisdom, instruction, and insight as well. The father of a righteous child has great joy, and man who fathers a wise son rejoices in him. May your father and mother rejoice. May she who gave you birth be joyful. Saying number 18, my son, give me your heart, and let your eyes delight in my ways. For an adulterous woman is a deep pit, and a wayward wife is a narrow well. Like a bandit she lies in wait and multiplies the unfaithful among men. Saying number 19, who has woe, who has sorrow, who has strife, who has complaints, who has needless bruises, who has bloodshot eyes? Those who linger over wine, those who go to sample bowls of mixed wine. Do not gaze at wine when it is red, when it sparkles in the cup, when it goes down smoothly. In the end it bites like a snake and poisons like a viper. Your eyes will see strange sights, and your mind will imagine confusing things. You will be like one sleeping on the high seas, lying on top of the rigging. They hurt me, you will say, but I'm not hurt. They beat me, but I don't feel it. When will I wake up so I can find another drink? Saying number 20, chapter 24. Do not envy the wicked, do not desire their company, for their hearts plot violence, and their lips talk about making trouble. Saying 21, by wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Through knowledge its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures. Saying 22, the wise prevail through great power, and those who have knowledge muster their strength. Surely you need guidance to wage war, and victory is won through many advisors. Saying 23, wisdom is too high for fools. In the assembly at the gate they must not open their mouths. Saying 24, whoever plots evil will be known as a schemer. The schemes of folly are sin, and people detest the mocker. Saying number 25, if you falter in time of trouble, how small is your strength? Rescue those being led away to death, hold back those staggering towards slaughter. If you say, but we knew nothing about this, does not he who weighs the heart perceive it? Does not he who guards your life know it? Will he not repay everyone according to what they have done? Saying number 26, eat honey, my son, for it is good. Honey from the comb is sweet to your taste. Know also that wisdom is like honey for you. If you find it, there is fruitful hope, future hope for you, and your hope will not be cut off. Saying number 27, do not lurk like a thief near the house of the righteous. Do not plunder their dwelling place, for though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again. But the wicked stumble when calamity strikes. Saying 28. Do not gloat when your enemy falls. When they stumble, do not let your heart rejoice. So the Lord will see and disapprove and turn his wrath away from them. Saying 29.